Welcome, curious minds, to Alternatify, the place where we dare to ask the biggest what-if questions about our world. Today, we embark on a journey to explore a truly profound hypothetical. We're going to imagine a planet Earth fundamentally altered. Our core premise is simple yet staggering. What if Earth's rotation slowed dramatically, stretching our familiar 24-hour day into a colossal 48-hour cycle? This isn't just a longer day, it's a complete redefinition of existence. The consequences of such a change would be nothing short of cataclysmic, beautiful, and utterly bizarre. Prepare to have your understanding of our planet and life upon it completely reshaped. We will delve into the science that governs such a world, the biological adaptations life would undergo, and the societal restructuring humanity would face. We'll explore how time itself would be perceived and lived. First, let's ground ourselves in the mechanics of our planet. Earth's rotation is a fundamental aspect of its existence, a legacy of its formation from a swirling disk of gas and dust maintained by inertia and gravity. This spin dictates everything from our days and nights to global weather patterns. How could such a slowdown occur? One dramatic possibility is a massive celestial impact, perhaps with a Mars-sized body, delivering a glancing blow that significantly alters our rotational momentum. Another, less sudden but equally profound cause could be an exaggerated lunar tidal friction, far beyond the minuscule rate we experience today, gradually breaking our planet over eons. The most immediate and far-reaching scientific consequence would be the weakening of the Coriolis effect. This invisible force, born from Earth's rotation, is responsible for deflecting winds and ocean currents, shaping our global climate. Its reduction would fundamentally alter atmospheric and oceanic dynamics. Imagine dramatic shifts in weather patterns. We would likely see fewer, but far larger and more destructive hurricanes and cyclones, as atmospheric systems would have more time to build energy and coalesce. Their paths would also be less predictable. Ocean currents, like the vital Gulf Stream, would be profoundly altered. These global conveyor belts distribute heat across the planet, influencing regional climates. Their disruption would lead to unprecedented temperature extremes and ecological collapse in many areas. Furthermore, a slower spin could weaken Earth's magnetic field, which is generated by the motion of molten iron in our outer core. A diminished magnetosphere would leave our planet far more vulnerable to solar flares and cosmic radiation, posing severe threats to life and technology. Now let's consider life itself. Plant life would face immense challenges. Photosynthesis, their energy source, would be disrupted by extended periods of darkness and overexposure to sunlight, requiring significant evolutionary adaptations or leading to widespread die-offs. Shifting growing seasons would also demand new strategies for survival. Animal circadian rhythms, the internal clocks that govern sleep, feeding, and activity, would be thrown into chaos. Many species rely on precise light-dark cycles, and a 48-hour day would necessitate a complete recalibration of their biological programming. Behavioral adaptations would emerge. Some animals might become more nocturnal, extending their active periods into the prolonged darkness, while others might evolve new strategies for energy conservation during the extended daylight. Ecosystems would undergo a radical restructuring as species adapt or perish. For humans, the physiological impact would be profound. Our sleep-wake cycles, deeply ingrained over millennia, would be severely disrupted. This would lead to imbalances in hormones, metabolism, and overall health, requiring significant adjustments to our daily routines. The very concept of time would need redefining. Our current units of hours, days, and weeks are tied to Earth's rotation. We would need new units, new schedules, and a completely different understanding of what constitutes a day. Psychological effects would be widespread. Increased stress, anxiety, and depression could become prevalent as our bodies and minds struggle to adapt to the new rhythm. New coping mechanisms and societal support systems would be essential for mental well-being. A 48-hour day would necessitate a complete transformation of human society. The familiar 9-to-5 work pattern would become obsolete, replaced by entirely new shift systems designed to accommodate the extended light and dark periods. Productivity and rest would be redefined. Leisure activities would also evolve. With more time available, recreation might take on new forms, perhaps emphasizing longer journeys or activities that span the extended darkness. Our relationship with light and darkness would fundamentally change. The global economy would undergo a massive overhaul. New industries and technologies would emerge, focused on adapting to the new planetary rhythm, from advanced lighting solutions to specialized agricultural practices. Supply chains and trade routes would be re-evaluated. Legal systems would require significant adjustments. Laws, contracts, and deadlines, currently based on a 24-hour cycle, would need rewriting. The very definition of a day in legal terms would become a critical point of contention and reform. Cultural evolution would be inevitable. Shifts in values, beliefs, and artistic expressions would reflect humanity's adaptation to this new reality. Our stories, music, and art would undoubtedly explore themes of extended time, light, and darkness. Travel and transportation would also change dramatically. With longer days, there might be an increased emphasis on local economies and self-sufficiency, reducing the need for frequent long-distance travel. Faster modes of transport might become crucial for covering vast distances within a single day. Social structure dynamics could swing in two directions. The shared challenge might foster greater community and cooperation, or the stresses of adaptation could widen existing divisions, leading to new forms of social stratification. Human ingenuity would be pushed to its limits in this new world. Essential technologies would emerge to mitigate the challenges of a 48-hour day. Advanced lighting systems, capable of mimicking natural light cycles, would be crucial for indoor environments and mental health. Sleep regulation technologies would become commonplace, helping individuals adjust their internal clocks. Timekeeping systems would need a complete revolution. Our current clocks and calendars would be inadequate, requiring new methods for tracking and organizing time that align with the planet's new rotation. This would be a fundamental shift in how we perceive and manage our lives. Infrastructure would be revolutionized. Transportation networks would need to adapt to longer travel times and potentially different peak hours. Energy sources would need to be more robust and efficient to power extended periods of activity or darkness. Communication networks would also need to be resilient to potential magnetic field disruptions. Agricultural advancements would be paramount to ensure food security. New methods for food production, such as vertical farming and controlled environment agriculture, would become essential to overcome the challenges of altered light cycles and climate extremes. Genetic engineering of crops for resilience would also be vital. Beyond human society, the planet itself would be dramatically reshaped. Climate extremes would become the new norm, with vast temperature variations between the prolonged day and night. This would lead to unprecedented ecosystem shifts, forcing species to adapt or face extinction. The oceans and land masses would also undergo significant transformation. Altered ocean currents would redistribute marine life and nutrients, potentially creating new fertile zones while devastating others. Sea levels could shift in unpredictable ways due to changes in tidal forces and ice melt patterns. The impact on biodiversity would be immense. Many species would struggle to survive the radical environmental changes, leading to widespread extinctions. However, new adaptations would also emerge, giving rise to novel life forms uniquely suited to this slower, harsher world. The planet's biomes would be completely reconfigured. So what have we learned from our journey to a 48-hour Earth? We've seen that a seemingly simple change in planetary rotation would trigger a cascade of profound consequences, touching every aspect of existence. From the fundamental laws of physics to the intricate dance of life, nothing would remain untouched. This thought experiment underscores the delicate balance of our current world and the incredible adaptations that have shaped life as we know it. It reminds us to appreciate the familiar rhythm of our 24-hour day, a rhythm that has allowed complex life and human civilization to flourish. What are your thoughts on a 48-hour day? How do you think humanity would truly adapt? Share your insights in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this exploration, please consider supporting our channel for more thought-provoking what-if scenarios.